Amazing. Well, congratulations on such an incredible show. I'm only a couple of episodes in, so no twists and turns or spoilers. But I want to start with you, Paul. How the concept is so incredible and so engaging. How did you come up with the idea?
Do you know what? I've worked with Elaine for some years, actually, on and off. We created Vera together, whenever that was. Elaine had been asking me about, is there a show about confession and its place in murder investigations? We'd been sort of back and forthing about that for a few years. And then through you, Peter and Cush said that they were very keen to make a show together, and I think there was just an alchemy in that idea, So very quickly, I think we all got excited by the idea of just this quite simple proposition, which we've got two detectives with very, very, very different life experience, different worldviews, generational differences, bearing down on this one case. And how are they going to figure this out together? And in a way, it's a kind of it's not a. We didn't want to do one of those police double act shows, where you've got kind of two wisecracking cops doing a stakeout and all that. Because whatever, that's great. But we felt that a show that was more about a kind of a duel, about a standoff, about two police detectives from different districts kind of meeting each other and then kind of going at each other across 8 hours. It felt like a fresh take in a very crowded field, I guess. So that seemed exciting to us.
Yeah. Absolutely. And going to you, Elaine, how did you begin? Because there's so many moving parts in this. You've got the characters, the actors, the city. How did you begin to piece that together?
Well, I think the first thing from my experience of developing drama is to make sure you've got a really brilliant writer, because genuinely, because I've made, if you look at my CV, quite a lot of crime, and there are lots of wonderful writers out there, but they can't necessarily write in this genre. I think there are really only a small handful of people who do it brilliantly, and Paul is one of them. So that would have been the starting point. I'm also sort of really beady about plot holes. It kind of drives me mad when I'm watching other.
You are.
I mean, in a really annoying way sometimes.
No, I love it.
But it just sort of, I get really frustrated when I'm watching things and there are plot holes, and I think, well, that, anyway. So I think that's a big thing for me, and I think another big thing for me is to not just throw a dead body in every time we can't think of what to do next. Make people's heads hurt, whether it's mine or yours or the script team or whatever. Let's all work harder, because it's easy just to have, there's a woman over there dead, rather than sort of thinking, well, how can we do a cleverer twist in this plot?
Yes.
Amazing, I love that. And also an engaging murder mystery like this and that. How do you make sure you don't play your cards too early and too soon?
Great question. You know what, I loved both characters. I love the character of June and Heggerty, but in a way I think Heggerty, particularly with Peter wearing those shoes, it's felt like such a fun character, because he's sort of always got a part of him in the shadow. He's very much a kind of noirish character. I grew up loving movies like The Third Man and then other noir films, and then into the kind of Michael Mann stuff. And so I think he's a character who I just wanted to kind of keep the audience guessing. In a way, the first episode asked the question, is this man a monster? And I just wanted to unpack him slowly and carefully across the 8 hours, so that it's really a study of character, and that we don't give it away. In a way, he's one of the great mysteries. What drives this man? And I think we're still kept guessing until the very last frame.
And I think we really we approached it from the point of view of we were looking at the show through June Lenker's eyes. We were looking at the story and the mystery through her eyes, but we would hold Peter's character back all the time, because it worked really well for us if we were intrigued, if he was a mystery and the audience are waiting for him to come on, and then when he comes on it's like, oh, okay, what's going to happen now? Especially in those big face-off scenes they have with each other. Who's going to win? Who's going to come out on top?
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much for talking to me today. I can't wait to finish this show. I'm going to go home and finish it now.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching Hey You Guys!
Hey, you guys!
Hey, you guys!
Hey, that's what they all say.
Hey, you guys!
Hey!